This is not only the artist's experience, but it is an experience of all America, writ large over the continent itself. So 1919 is an incredibly personal painting. This is Robert Colescott at the peak of his career, painted in 1980. And it shows the artist's mother and father depicted here when they moved in 1919, 6 years before the artist's birth, from the deep south in New Orleans to California and Oakland, where they remained as a family. The reason why the artist has depicted his father with darker skin than he had in reality was that it was less of a burning desire for his father than it was for his mother, and this created a lot of trouble in the family home. Colescott's relationship with his mother was fraught, to say the least, throughout the artist's life. As an act of survival, as it's been characterized, the artist's mother really tried to present as a white American, and she encouraged her sons, in fact she enforced that her sons both be raised as though they were white Americans. The artist's sense of identity and who he was and where he came from was something that really didn't coalesce, or certainly he didn't recognize until 1960, on a visit to Cairo, when suddenly he was confronted with an environment where being white-skinned was not the dominant characteristic. And as a result of that, coming back to America, he decided to embrace his African-American heritage, and that informed in a massive way the work that came afterwards. Suddenly his painting was much more vibrant, much more colorful, much more provocative. And this, as you can see, is an acme of provocation in the artist's work. So Colescott pastiches things in his work. It's something he does a lot. He is playful, he is humorous, he's very provocative. And here what he's doing is he's using some of these relatively twee kitsch maps that were current during his childhood, showing little emblems for each of the states. So you see the oil field, the mountains, the cowboy, the Native American. These are symbols of states that you would have seen very often in contemporary culture and will be recognizable to anyone. What he's imposed over the top, this is a very unusual, striking, quite dominant image of two birds feeding their two young. Now, this is, according to the family, representative of the artist's parents feeding him and his older brother. And so that, again, hammers home the personal nature of this painting. We will be bringing 1919 to auction as a single lot sale, surrounded by a major exhibition, and in support of the Colescott family on September the 8th in New York this year.